Welcome back to the last day of It's Bourbon Night presents the 12 Days of Bourbon Hunting.
It's been a delight.
It has.
We saved not the best for last, certainly not, but we did save a good one for last. One neither of us have tried yet.
Right, and the hardest. In fact, you're seeing here that we just have a sample bottle. So this is a bourbon hunting fail.
Yeah, I mean, I guess you could consider it a fail on some accounts. We did not hunt successfully, which means the purchase of a bottle.
Correct.
We obviously ended up with some.
Right. Yeah, so there's a bit of a Christmas carol in this episode, a Christmas story.
Who's Carol?
A bit of a Christmas vacation, National Lampoon's in this episode. And it's when you do fail yourself in a hunt.
That sounds really harsh.
It does, but we did.
I mean,
Reach out to your friends, to your community, which is what we did. And we have John Wadsworth, Gramps, if you watch any of our lives, to thank for a very sizable, larger than we requested, sample, because we also put 2 ounces of this into the blind best of the year contention and have enough here to drink on it and just have a little bit left over. But this is Booker's The Reserves, one that we had some close brushes with. I think the first one being at the Kentucky Bourbon Festival.
That's right. They were doing it. They were releasing it at one of the days of the Kentucky Bourbon Festival, and we thought about it, and then we looked at the line, which was incredibly long. We were like, well, we're here for work. We can't just stand in line all day. So we did miss out on it there.
Yeah.
You looked at the distillery on that day that you went up and found some other things.
I did. I asked them when it was coming back. They said they'd had it 2 days before, but before that they hadn't had it for a month, and they just didn't know if they were going to get more back.
We looked high and low at different, retailers.
We even went to the stores that are like museums, and they pretty much have anything that you'd want as long as you're going to fork over the cash, and even they didn't have it. We got plenty of footage of Booker's.
Where it isn't.
Even our beloved Costco couldn't help us out this year with it.
No, but the closest we came to it was actually on the tasting bar at our local liquor barn.
Yeah,
but
I think it was $12.
Yeah, not terrible when you consider the
ounce.
MSRP is $130. But at that time, we already knew we had a sample on the way, so we were like, well, let's not spend the money at the tasting bar, and we'll save it for this. So here we are with it.
Let's do the specs. It's 125.9 proof. As you said, MSRP of $130. Good luck. And
the age range. Yeah, so it's stated at 8 years and 2 months, but this is actually a blend of several different years. In fact, more than several. That's the lowest. It's up to 14 years.
Yeah,
in here.
you were reading off before we started filming. I think it was several 8s and some months.
8s and months
9s
changed.
with
9s,
some months, and then
a 10, I think, and then a 14.
Was there a 10? I don't remember.
There was a 10.
Oh, okay.
I think there was at least one 10.
All right.
So there's a lot going on in here.
More than a normal Booker's
which is, I guess, why these were the reserves, I guess, things that they held aside because they were particularly good. I don't know.
Yeah.
We're about to find out. Doesn't smell like a Booker's or a Jim Beam.
Yeah. Where's the nuttiness?
It doesn't jump out.
Huh. I mean, it does sort of have that silky nose, like it's going to be a good mouthfeel, maybe.
Yeah.
This is barrel proof.
I'm not getting a ton on the nose right now. I mean, it's giving heat. I think this might be one of those that I have to have a sip and then I can maybe get some nose notes off of it.
Yeah, let's go ahead and do that. To your health.
There's the nutty.
Oh, there you are, Peter. And a dark chocolate.
Dark chocolate.
Dark chocolate.
I also get coffee.
I could see that. I choose not to see that because I don't like coffee.
I get almost like a caramel coffee, like caramel latte or something like that.
Macchiato.
Something like that.
I'm not exactly ready for my second sip, but I'm going to go ahead because second sip Sarah over here. Let's go for it.
Wow, that's some super intense oak. Bitter dark chocolate, like baking chocolate, a little bit of spice. Yeah, that caramel coffee, caramel latte, whatever you want to call it.
Mm-hmm. Those
wow
syrups that you see people, it's got all the different flavors that they're pouring in. Coffee, or I guess maybe they use it maybe with some cocktails. You know that
simple syrup?
No, that one brand you see.
The pumps?
Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe the pumps.
I don't know.
Yeah. That.
We have a cafe connoisseur over here.
I want to let the finish set for a minute since we both had 2 sips. So while we wait, you know what we can do? we can all go around and say why we're thankful. No, I want to tell you about our home on the internet. It's whiskyambitions.com. It's where you can get the rye or die. I wear it because it's green. I know it's a skull.
I just wanted to wear green.
It says rye or die on the back. Not the hats that we're wearing, but the Glencairns, that we're drinking from in our water glasses. In fact, all of our glassware are Elemental Elixir cocktail syrup for those very easy, very delicious cocktails to make this holiday season. Bottle cut candles and more always coming soon at whiskyambitions.com.
And you can join us over at patreon.com/itsbourbonnight in 2025 and keep up with what we're doing. We'll give you, after the episode, exclusive content, access to our barrel picks, discounts on that merch Chad was talking about, depending on your tier, and more.
We'll be right back.
This is a hefty pour, I think.
It is, and it should be. Definitely not the highest priced retail thing on the 12 days this year, but we're over $100. We're at $130, and for it being barrel proof and the youngest being 8 years, I feel like it should be kind of a hefty stick to your ribs type of pour, which it's not disappointing there.
It's like choking me up a little bit, which is weird because, that 125 is not the hottest thing we've had in this series. I think it's because it's so intense and it's coming across hot. Like,
it's rich.
It's a little much for me. I think this might be approaching this is like at my oak threshold, I think.
Wow.
Yeah.
Because I have to imagine there's not much of that 14 year in
Probably
here.
not. I don't know what it is. It's really burning me up.
Well, I would never expect us to compete with any of the anniversary beams, the 25th, the 30th.
But I'm not gonna lie to you, that's kind of what I was hoping for.
Me too.
I was
it's
hoping
nowhere, like, as we said, we were gonna drink it, get on the palate, and then go back to the nose. I went back to the nose, and I'm still not getting much.
Yeah.
It's just...
Like, I mean, it's a nose. It's there, but it's not
let's drill
blowing me
down.
away.
Let's go spice. Let's go spice.
Maybe a little bit of ginger.
Allspice?
See, I was gonna go with ginger.
Ginger.
Little ginger tea, gingerbread.
All right, let's go fruit. No, I'm not really getting fruit.
Maybe a teeny tiny bit of baked apple, I guess. I don't know. Baked apple.
Apple, maybe that spice is bordering on cinnamon. Maybe it's like some cinnamon apples.
Yeah. I get cinnamon apples, ginger.
Wood. Let's drill down on wood.
I just get kind of charred oak.
Cedar. I get maybe a cedar closet a little bit. Yeah. That's pretty good exercise if you're having trouble and you're wanting to pull notes out. Obviously, you don't have to if you're just enjoying your whiskey. But if you're wanting to sort of dissect a whiskey, pick a category. Spice, wood, fruit, floral,
fruit, herbal.
Yeah, and then ask yourself, with that in mind, what are we getting?
Funnel down.
Yeah. Drill down until okay, I get spice, but what is the spice? Now on the palate. I'll say this.
Can I have that dropper, please?
Yeah. As much as you're saying that it's a lot of oak, we've established I have a stronger oak threshold. I think this is pretty approachable. I don't think it's hot. 125.9.
I think it's hot.
I don't think it's really hot. I think it's for a barrel-proof whiskey of 8 years being the youngest in there. I feel like it's pretty approachable. Maybe that's sort of what they were going for. But you're experiencing it differently. Let me know what you think about the water before I add some.
It almost made it work. Like the heat, it made it...
That can happen because it needs time to sort of mingle. I don't think I'm gonna add any.
I'm so shocked. I really thought that this was gonna be the one for me this year. I've had really high hopes just based on my relationship with the 25th anniversary Bookers, the 30th. I really thought this was gonna be
the way the Infinite
one.
Was this year, the Little Book Infinite.
I guess they can't all, be winners for everybody. I think this one's just not up my alley. It's it reminds me of if I were to eat, if I get a mouthful of coffee grinds. It's super, and I don't mean texturally or it's disgusting and bitter. It's just so intense. It's a lot for me. It's coming on a little strong.
I don't know why I feel this way, but I feel like this is a pairing waiting to happen, and that's
maybe
really
chocolate.
Really where it's going to shine.
Soften it up.
But it shouldn't have to be that way.
It's honestly giving me heartburn.
And I feel like we've done 3 beams in this series. The OGD 16, the Little Book, the Infinite, and this guy. And I feel like of the 3, it's coming in third.
I would agree with that.
Which I would not have.
That's not
on
what I
paper,
saw coming.
Put it that way. I'm also a little upset because the 04 version of the regular Bookers hasn't
come out yet.
Our area yet.
And I want to compare them. Especially
we want to
because,
pick our favorite.
Price-wise, retail, they're not that far apart. So I'm like, oh no. I'm a little disappointed because it's the last day of the series and I wanted to be over the moon about something. But hey, I guess sometimes you have hunting fails and sometimes you have tasting fails. And again, I don't think it's a bad product. I just don't think it's for me. I can think of other things around this price point that I would rather, have a glass of.
Sure. I think it's more the moral of the story or the lesson here, right? You don't always succeed in hunting. You don't always succeed in your expectations.
Right.
So have it be a holiday holiday message.
It's like Scrooge and the ghosts or whatever. We all learned something today. The ghost of Bourbon's of Booker's
Present.
Reserve. I don't know, reserves. Something like that. I'm not sure.
Yeah,
anyway.
Agreed. I mean, overall, it's not bad. I do enjoy it. We are being hard on it because I guess we did have high expectations.
Yeah.
But I guess maybe it makes us feel a little bit better since we weren't able to find a bottle.
And I'm okay with that now.
I guess so. I mean, the collector in me is not.
No.
There's
the collector in you will never be
collection.
Okay. You'll never be okay.
Well, that's true. That's true. Hey, folks, Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, whatever you celebrate, the best to you and yours from ours and us.
And we'll see you again before the end of the year for our best of the year.
That is correct.
But
Still tasting through that.
Yeah.
Until then, if you haven't subscribed to us already, you can do so by clicking right up here. There's suggestions of other videos down here. Hope to see you over there in one of those. Thanks, Sarah.
Thanks, Chad.
Okay. We'll see you all at the end of the year. Until then, drink more bourbon.